Everybody, meet Zip. Zip's taking me into where the bottom is just right there.
Welcome back to Scallop Cove's YouTube channel. So glad you could join us and check out what we've got going on around Cape Sandblast and Gulf County. This episode's going to be a little bit unique. I'm going to take you on two different trips. 2 weekends in a row, we went and ventured around St. Vincent Island. So go ahead and check it out. We did one trip with my buddy Zip, who's the cook at Scallop Cove, and a great fisherman and knows these waters well. And I had so much fun, I took the family back the following weekend. We brought both jet skis and did a beach picnic on the foggiest day I've ever been playing on the water. So check it out and enjoy yourself. And we look forward to doing a lot more of these videos in the future. Hit like and subscribe. As we get ready to hit the water, let's talk a little bit about this cool island, St. Vincent. It's one of Florida's most untouched barrier islands. It's just off the coast near Apalachicola. In fact, you can see the Apalachicola Bridge pretty well from one end of the island. This island has a deep, unusual history. Once visited by early Spanish explorers, it later became privately owned and was used for decades as an exclusive hunting preserve before being protected as a wildlife refuge, which it is today. St. Vincent is especially famous for its deer. Alongside native whitetail deer, the island is home to sambar deer, a massive species originally from India and Southeast Asia. It was introduced here in the early 1900s. Some of the largest deer ever taken in the state of Florida have come from this island. Today, the island remains completely undeveloped and is accessible only by boat. No roads, no crowds, just miles of pristine beaches, maritime forests, abundant wildlife, and a rare glimpse of Florida the way it used to be. It's just an amazing island. Here's a photo of one of those sambar deer. And speaking of photos, I asked Zip to bring an action cam along with him, and, well, here's the footage he got.
Is it recording? I don't know.
And then he got 9 minutes of this. So, we're going to go ahead and see the video from my camera. Check it out.
So I'm just pulling back up to this creek. Zip went way back in there in his boat. And of course, he ditches me for 1 minute. And while he's back there, this is what he sends me. So he went back there and caught fish. It is cold to get up in that wind. So right now we're following in Zip's wake. So if we hit something, he will have hit it first. But the downside is I lose my sonar and depth when I'm running in his white water, but whee! I think we're headed back into some shallow. We'll see how the old jet ski handles it. It's gonna get a little dicey, I predict. We're running in 3 feet of water right now, and I think we can all agree it's not gonna get deeper headed in towards that. All right, guys, we are back on the move. Too shallow to get in there. Zip had to tow me out, which kind of fun. I casted for flounder on the way out. No luck, but we're just going to get into some deeper water here and then head around the back or the front side of St. Vincent Island. I've never been in this water before, so the island is just amazing. See it there over my shoulder. So, all right, let's click you in. We're getting ready to go. One and a half feet of water, and we're We got in there way too far with this thing. Well, way too far for his boat too. All right, 2 feet of water.
St. Vincent Island has one really common theme all the way around it, and that is insanely shallow water. At most of the time, we were running in 3 feet, 4 feet of water. This island lies with an east-west orientation, and each end of it, the east and the west end, have really long sandbars that stick out. And coming up in a few minutes, you're going to hear my silence, deafening silence on my jet ski as I realize we are running a sandbar and there's not much water.
That looks shallow. Said 1.6 feet. I did not love that. Now we're in 6 feet. Holy cow, that was shallow across that bar. Really? Now they get shy. I found them. Holy cow. Yeah, that dolphin is missing its dorsal fin. That's pretty wild. I bet there are biologists that know that one. Here he is. The tip of his fin is gone.
We did bring some fishing gear along on this trip, although it was a little bit more of a touring adventure with how shallow it was. We did happen to stumble upon one little triple tail that was laid up underneath this crab pot float, and Zip only had to make a few casts at him and finally figured out that he was hungry enough to take a bite.
Got him! Look at that little fella! Is there? Well, if you can hear me, we went offshore and it got kind of choppy while we were out there. So, we're headed back in. There we go. I got the hood up. Oh, baby. We're gonna be catching air. Yeehaw!
an unfortunate side note, this was the last few minutes that I owned my iPhone 15 Pro Max, because up there around the corner, around the tip of the Cape, while trying to do 45 to keep up with Zip and his boat, my phone ejected out of the phone holder and, well, it now belongs to the fish. Welcome back to the beautiful Indian Pass boat ramp.
All right, guys, I think that's going to conclude the day. Not exactly all the fishing I wanted to get done, and certainly not all the catching I wanted to get done, but I did get to circumnavigate St. Vincent Island. I got to see Bird Island. I got to make my way around the tip of the Cape, the southern part of the peninsula. Got to see Stump Hole, and got to go back out and cruise offshore a little bit, which is always a treat. Beautiful day on the water. We'll do it again soon. Take care.
I told you this episode had a little something special. Here's the next week. 1 week later with the family. Same boat ramp, same island. Quite the different scene.
We launched the jet skis right here at Indian Pass boat ramp behind us. And we've got me and my buddy Court here, my son, and over there is Claire and my other son Crew on the other jet ski. We're gonna do a lap around this island. We'll give you a little footage of it, and then we're gonna jump off and have a picnic on the beach. There are literally dolphins right here in the pass. We're just kind of laying low. So beautiful out here. So we're gonna head off into the fog and go check out St. Vincent Island.
When I said let's ride off into the fog, I didn't know exactly what I meant, because for the next hour or more, we saw literally nothing. Claire thought we were headed out to sea. Thank goodness I had that Garmin with the breadcrumbs showing me where to go. We finally found some daylight around the backside.
Oh, he's cruising that way. There's a bunch of dolphins in here right now. This is our lunch for beach, or beach for lunch. Anywhere. You guys hungry? You want to keep cruising a little bit? Okay. Let's get down here. I think there's a shallower approach down here to Sandbar. Yeah, let me just see how deep it is. Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
That's like good.
Not right here, it's not. Yep. Claire, you can just... Well, hey. Welcome to St. Vincent Island. We are still socked in by the fog everywhere, but at least we found a spot where we could see a little ways. We ran up all the way about 2/3 of the way around the whole island and couldn't see for about half of that. Just driving blind, using the previous breadcrumbs off my Garmin to even get around, but still beautiful out here, and we're gonna enjoy a picnic here and maybe toss the Frisbee around and do a little exploring. Come along and take a peek.
Is there a message?
Nope, it needs one.
Yeah. Coca-Cola.
Vinny Cola.
Vinny Cola.
It looks like a wine bottle with that screw-on cap. Hang on to it. Keep it. That's a cool one.
Yeah. Sure we have. Pull it out.
Free line if you need some.
What? Big boy.
Oh yeah. A water cooler door. Samsung, that's funny, yeah. Huh,
Samsung.
it's the brand. Who knows where it came from? Cool.
Diversity in the landscape on this island was wild. It was huge sandy plains and marsh grass, and then just a few hundred yards away you kind of get into this forested area, and these trees are all down, and there were deer prints just absolutely everywhere. The fact that nobody's ever out on this island or it gets so little foot traffic, we saw no footprints anywhere. We did find some cooler garbage, some cool things that had washed up along the way, a couple of neat bottles and a perfectly good funnel, and lots of crab pot buoys and ropes and things like that. So this island has a lot to be explored just walking around on the beaches. It was absolutely beautiful.
We're getting there. There's so much water in it. Hold on, stay there. Don't push anymore. You're holding it still, right? Oh, we don't want to go back on it. All right. Oh, I can't push or pull or something. I can't get a hold of it. All right. We almost floating again? Okay, let me come back for you.
lesson with pulling the jet skis up on the beach. With a small wave coming in, we managed to fill the footwells at each jet ski on the left side with about 50 pounds of sand and all the water that the thing would hold. So it was a little bit of an adventure getting them out, and I had to go take them for a little spin and just slosh water around and scrub the sand out of the footwells of them. But, you know, the spot we picked for lunch was pretty remarkable. Nobody around, just a beautiful beach, very, very secluded, lots of cool things to see. And next time we'll leave the jet skis out a few yards on those anchors and not let them fill up with sand. What a mess.
I got it out!
There we go, YouTube family. Thanks so much for joining me for 2 laps around St. Vincent Island. One with little water and few fish, and one with no visibility. What a cool place, though. I can't wait to go back again. If you're in the area, definitely consider checking it out. There is a shuttle that runs from Indian Pass straight across the cut there to the island, and you can get off and walk around. That is the St. Vincent Island shuttle. If you have any questions, come on into Scallop Cove. We'll help you out. Take care. Bye-bye.